Good morning, everyone, or good evening, good day, wherever you are on the planet Earth. My name is Tilly, at your service. Today, we're looking at the Shadowmanes in the reds, yellows, and oranges. Um, it's quite a lot of them to go through. We have this side, quite a few, and then we have this side. We're just gonna do what we did yesterday. I realized when I was recording yesterday that like the bracelet I have on, you can hear it kind of jingle in the background. I'm sorry about that. Um, Also, I realized I had a fan on as well, so it sounds like I'm like breathing into the mic. I don't have one of those fancy mics. I just have a normal like wireless headset sort of thing. But I realized that the fan was blowing on me, and whilst the fan was blowing on me, you can kind of hear it. So hopefully it's better today. Yeah. Anyways, here we go. It's a lot of them. Should we start with like the ugly? No? Should we start with the ugly? We're gonna do what we did yesterday, which is giving you the numbers. They're the same. They're stacked, the same color for all regions. I'm not gonna repeat myself because I've repeated the like regions that are visible a multiple in a multitude of videos. I did yesterday multiple times. I feel like it's just too much. So, you'll figure it out. Anywho, this is where we're starting, basically. So this is 22. You could say this is also brown. It's kind of an orangey leaning towards kind of the brown. Though, like the little number on the plate actually looks orange, which I guess is why I kept it. But I would say it's an orange with a very brown tint to it. And then we have number 77. It's also a little browny orange. Don't like orange at all. Like orange isn't a color that I ever really use. It's rare. Next one that's next to that is 42. That's this little boy, not a girl. Um, then next to that, the girl is 43. I believe those are the like dragonfire colors. 44. You know, it looks like the fire breath. I assume that's what it's taken from. Anyways, um, actually, don't mind 44. I think 44 is quite nice, but she's also very red leaning, so that might be, well, he actually, but I like 44, but it's also more red than orange. Then we have 222, which is, or 222, which is I think it's called the cantaloupe dye. Now we're getting into like a proper orange, a little bit more muted maybe, a little lighter, but it's definitely an orangey yellow. Next one, guy, girl, that was a mix. Next one is 208, which is called like orange dye or something like that. It's an orange. What can I say? I really don't like these next two. Like number 21 is supposed to be a light orange and it looks sickly to me. I don't like it. And then the next one is number 10, which is also a light orange. more towards the yellow leaning side, like a sunset yellow maybe is almost what I would say. Yeah, don't like that either. So I mind the oranges less than but I hate the yellows. These are so ugly to me. Anyways, this is number 219 and 11. To me, they look identical, pretty much. Maybe 11 is like a snippet, like a tiny little smidgy deeper. Um, but they're basically pretty much identical to me. So you could probably mix and match these as well, because I don't think nobody would be the wiser. I think maybe one of them is a little more greeny leaning, neony, and maybe the other one is a little bit more towards yellow, but you can barely tell. And then level 100 is called, that's the parchment dye. That's how it looks on on like a dinosaur. Like, what the fuck, that looks, I don't like it. It looks kind of sickly too. Also, it's kind of green leaning as well. But it shows up as a yellow when you look at the colors, which is why it's here. Also, these two are like, they're called dark yellow, I think. This would be 24 and 23. Like, that isn't yellow to me. That is definitely green. So maybe they should have been put in the green show and tell, but that is 24 to the left, and then 23. It, yeah, kind of poopy green. I wouldn't call those yellows. Number 19 is a light red. That is kind of very salmony. Maybe not like a, it's like a deep salmon. Maybe not like salmon color. It will probably look pretty nice maybe with some of these laser reds that we have. But that's 19, and then we have 76, which is one of the like, yeah, orangey, deeper oranges. And then we have 75. I quite. It's one of the ones that I actually like. 75 is like the true orange. I believe it's actually called just orange, I think. And it's probably one of the prettiest of the oranges. So you see, when we come into this kind of territory, like as like 74 and 73, this becomes red to me. We're not like, we're in the orangey reds or red leaning oranges, you know? Which they're bright, they're poppy, they're nice. And I really like reds, so even though orange leaning reds aren't my favorite, they're definitely red to me. Though they're showing off this kind of orange as the color code. But very pretty. I look forward to trying something out with those. They're also very close to each other. Like 25, 20, what was it? Yeah, so 20, no, 74, 73. Like they're really, really close to each other. You can barely tell the difference. One is a little bit deeper. Kind of like my morning voice. It hasn't woken up properly yet. And then we have 72, which is an even deeper version. They're kind of like, you know, the same shade, slightly deeper than the others. Which I think 72 is really nice looking. So I will try and do something with 72. I really enjoy that. Really enjoy that color. Then we get to the like one of the deepest reds in this game. Maybe might be the deepest actually. like a true red, which is number 20. She's pretty too. I wonder if we can do something fancy with that. And then we have 71. More towards the kind of rusty, or like rusty reds, like a brown leaning red. Also quite pretty though. With the red colors that could probably look very nice. I would also say that 221, which is next to this one, these two are pretty much identical. Can you see a difference? Maybe one is slightly lighter? But they're so interchangeable that if you get 71 or 221, like, you can put them together, nobody would know. You know? It's a little hack. They're two... They're not identical, but they're definitely super duper close. We then have this boy, which is 17, which is just it's a true red. Like literally a true red. Neutral undertone. Pretty. I will do something with that. Definitely do something with that. And then we come to two of the ones that I've actually showed you before, which I showed you in the pinky leaning reds, which would be 69 and 70. 69 is obviously the deeper one. That is kind of like a raspy? No, not raspy. A raspberry red is kind of what I would call it. Pink leaning, yeah, purple leaning red. Sorry. Gorgeous. But you saw them, you would have seen this the other day. But yeah, deserve to be put in here so you can compare them to the other reds. So that's 69 and 70. And then we have the last three. So we have red 1 and 212. This is kind of the same situation where I was saying earlier. I'm about 100% sure these two are identical as well. They're stunning, like neon reds, true reds. But they're pretty much identical. They're interchangeable. You wouldn't have to save both of them. That would be wasting space. And you can mix and match them because they're pretty much identical. And then we have the last one. Can't believe we went through all of them. It looked like so many. But it means I can put them away now after this and like there'll be less lag in my base. But this is number 12, which is like, I think it's called like light red or something like that. It's also very close to the other two. Like it's not identical, as you can see. It's more, slightly lighter and more orange leaning. Um, but yeah, that's all of the reds. All of the reds. Which is the ugly yellows. Ugh. And then, well, mostly ugly oranges. Some okay. And then we had some browny oranges at the end. That's all of them. What you think? Would you put, like, would you make a Shadowmane? Like, with red, would you stack a whole red one? Would you mix it with, like, would you mix all three colors together? Or would it be like a fire Shadowmane if you mixed both yellow, orange, obviously, and red together with maybe like a black? Could be cool. We might look into that. Um, there will be a collection up with reds at a later day. Um, but yeah, let me know if you made any reddy, orangey, yellow cool combinations when it comes like on the Shadowmanes when it comes to like colors. I'll be interesting to see what you say. And there will be like I said, a video up with them later. That's all for me for now. Like, comment, subscribe. Is this something you would like to follow? And take care of yourself. Bye bye.